Hi, this is Murali from Salt. Today's topic is like know your enemy. So why should you know your enemy? Okay, about long time back, there is this Chinese like a military strategist. His name is Sun Tzu. He wrote a book called Art of War. So this book is still very relevant among the leaders, either in military or more importantly, within the business leaders. So they actually use this book as a reference for their business strategies. Uh, I mean, this book has been tested time and again, and I mean, all the strategies were like you know were applied before, now, and I'm sure like it will be applied in future too, because they are like these are the strategies that across the time, and it doesn't matter like is it war, is it competition, it's a sport, whatever it is, like you can apply these things. So, given that relevance, like this is used for winning against competitors, basically. So, what did this guy say? This guy said, if you are ignorant of both your enemy and yourself, then you are a fool and certain to be defeated in every battle. So, you don't know the enemy, you don't know who you're fighting, and you don't know yourself, meaning like you don't know your strengths, your weaknesses, uh, anything about you. You never did that critical thinking about yourself, nor the enemy. So, you are a fool and you will lose no matter what. I mean, you will lose every battle that you fight. So, if you know yourself but not your enemy, so you did the critical thinking on yourself, you know your strengths, your weaknesses, you gauged what can be done and things like that, but you don't know your enemy. So, for every battle won, in that case, for every battle won, you will suffer a loss. 50-50 chance of winning a game or winning a war, whatever. If you know your enemy and yourself, you will win every battle. So this guy is saying like you know yourself and you know your enemy, so you will win every war. So how does the business leaders use this? So is they will understand their strengths, their weaknesses for their company, and they'll understand the competitive landscape. They'll understand what their competitor is doing, what the landscape is, what they are the strategies that they're using, and they will use them to outsmart them. So you know the game. I mean, you know what the other guy is going to play, and you play against it. Then there's no chance that you're going to lose that. So how is this relevant to our SAT prep, right? So we understand that to understanding the enemy and getting an insight about their operations and everything is very critical. Uh, so how is it relevant to us? It's relevant because we need to understand the game. I mean, like, think about this as a competitive sport, right? Like, writing an SAT exam or taking an exam treat it like a competitive sport, and understand that this is one of the most important games that you're going to play. I mean, this is it's not like one of those practice games, or like it's like one of those games. Like, this is very important for you to get into a good college. It's very important, so treat it like that. I mean, treat it with respect, treat it with preparation. I mean, I'm not saying you prepare for 2-3 hours a day. You don't need to. It's overrated. Just like few minutes a day, 9 to 10 minutes a day is more than enough. From the research we have done, and from what the other people have gained from the strategies and things like that. But you need to understand the game. You need to understand the rules of the game. You need to understand the mindset of the test makers, right? So let's dig little more deeper into that, right? So let's understand the college board's mindset. So I mean, it's important, right? Like you're taking a test, you need to understand what the rules are. You need to understand how they're preparing an exam, how somebody comes up with an exam, what do they have in that. Obviously you need to understand like the format of the test. Like yeah, they have like verbal, they have like within verbal what kind of questions they have, and what's the writing section that they have, what kind of questions do they give, what do they have in math, what kind of questions do we get. All those things upfront, like in a pictorial form, like you understand, your mind always understands in pictures. So we give a mind map, like you come up with these mind maps of like what exactly are there in there, what's the format of that, and get yourself familiarized with the directions of each section and what you expect. You don't go into your test and then like try to read the directions in there. Read the directions up front. And this is a very, this may seem very, very basic, but I've seen a lot of people jump right into the into testing and all the strategies and all, but they never read the directions. So read it. I mean, like, so that you're not there and then like struggling or thinking, reading these directions and all. Like, boom, you're there. You understand the game. You understand the rules of the game, and you're there to win. So you're playing to win. So now let's dig a little deeper into college board's mindset, right? I want you to do this exercise so that like you'll understand where they're coming from. See, when I say treat them as an enemy, yeah, of course they are. See, they are not there to give you a 2400 score. They are not there to give you like make it really easy for you, like a cakewalk, and then get a great score. They are going to make it difficult. They will purposefully make it difficult for you. So yeah, I mean, but they will also follow certain standards. In the next videos and all, we'll understand their weaknesses, why or what they cannot cross, what they cannot do. We'll understand their weakness, and then we'll concentrate on that. We'll tap into that weakness, and then like we will beat them there. But right now, let's get into their mindset. What, like, okay, one of the hardest sections out there, or what people think is critical reading. So they will give you a paragraph, and they'll come up with all these questions. So we need to answer that. So how do they do that? So I want you to do this exercise. It may take like probably 5 minutes, but I mean, it will give you a mindset. Next time you look at a question, you'll understand. Oh, that's what it is, right? So let's say we go into this like a this is a website where all these books are about 50,000 books are available, free copy, no copyright, zero copyright books available, right? So go in there. I mean, pick any topic you want, uh, right? For example, like pick this habits that handicap, and get to the HTML version of it, and come up with like and pick any paragraph from here, right? Take a paragraph, and so here, that's what I mean. I one of those books, it's about hacking and ethics of hackers, right? So but obviously in a test they'll never give you the headings and everything, so they'll just pick these random paragraphs, and uh, they'll frame a question. So based on this, try to frame a question like, what is the purpose of it, what is general idea, and what is the author talking about in so and so line, whatever, come up with the question. So when you do this exercise, it may take like probably like 10 minutes, but you'll understand how they're framing a question, how are they, what is their mindset, you know, and like why or what makes a question difficult, things like that. See, obviously, like thing is like you randomly pick something like three paragraphs somewhere in a book, and you come up with a question. What is the purpose? Like there is a lot of context to it, right? So, but you missed it. But they're asking you to come up with the context. So, I mean, like you'll understand how or they can make it difficult for you, and I mean, what is their line of thinking? This is like very helpful for students like starting out with the preparation, and I mean, this has helped them like enormously. So I want you to try it and get into their mindset. Know your enemy. That is the key. And in future sections, we will get you to the exact formats, the directions. You can do it by yourself too, and like do it in a mind map form, so that you can understand it pictorially, and you will remember it pictorially, like what it is, and things like that. That's it, folks, and for today, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.